Welcome back to Complete QB. I'm Chris Johnston. Why all the urgency in the name of this video? Well, over time we've seen throwing athletes perform stretches, one of which we'll demonstrate here today, that have potentially short and long-term negative impact on shoulder health. So we'll provide you with 3 safe and effective methods for quarterbacks to stretch the shoulder. Now, before we demonstrate the wrong and the right way to approach stretching of the shoulder, let's get a quick look at shoulder anatomy and figure out what muscle groups we want to stretch to begin with. Now, the first area we care about are the external rotators that live on the back side of the shoulder here. Next, the internal rotators, especially this muscle here that lives inside the shoulder blade. And then finally, the most obvious group and the most visible are the deltoids. Okay, let's get a look at that stretch we mentioned at the top of the video that has us concerned about throwing athletes' shoulder health and function. I've seen this stretch performed either individually or with a partner, where the athlete reaches back in kind of a passive stretch approach. Now, there's no doubt that the athlete is feeling some kind of stretch through the shoulder capsule with this movement, but it's also at a cost of great instability. Let's remember for a second that our shoulder is designed as a ball and socket joint. That glenoid capsule at the shoulder gives us a great range of motion, but it also has the potential for a whole lot of instability. And when we perform a stretch like this, reaching back in a passive kind of way, there's the chance for that ball in the socket to move forward and cause all types of problems, including bursitis, tendonitis, and potentially more serious shoulder problems. Now that we've seen the wrong way to approach stretching the shoulder, let's get a look at these 3 movements that will help us do it in a stable and controlled way. Our first stretch is going to approach our external rotators. And remember, those live on the back side of the shoulder blade. To deal with external rotators, keep this in mind, we'll have to make an internal movement to do so. So we're going to get our thumbs forward on our waist, and we're going to point our elbows as best we can, seek to point our elbows forward. Our second stretch is going to address our internal rotators, so we'll make an external movement to achieve that. We'll take a dowel in this case and keep our arm at a 90-degree angle. Take the bottom of the dowel with the other arm and just work to get the arm externally rotated. You'll feel this again on the internal rotators. A little bit tougher to access than the external rotators. So do this to feel. Shouldn't feel any pain through the movement, although you should feel that steady stretch. This last group of stretches will address the deltoids. We're going to focus on the mid and the rear delt as we do this. Want to make sure that we don't let our arm get away from our body, arm up near the chin where we get any kind of that impingement type movement for the shoulder. We want to stay healthy and safe as we do this. First, we'll attack the middle deltoid. We'll make sure on a 90-degree angle with the arm tight to the chest, we'll pull across. Again, it's a controlled movement. We'll feel it in the mid deltoid. The next movement is going to be the rear deltoid. We'll straighten out the arm here and grab just around or above the elbow again with the arm tight to the chest and the rib cage and pull across and get that steady stretch through the rear deltoid. Hey, if you like what you saw here, please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and to Complete QB across all of our social platforms. Thanks, and see you next time.